break in Palm Springs. Their youngest daughter, of course, still in school here in Washington, D.C., so they will be in D.C. for at least another year. But taking a little break, which is traditional, give the new president some time. Let's just think of the turning of the page here. A two-term president, that's 2,921 days when you count the extra 1 day for the one leap year if you serve 2 terms. The presidential election year is always leap year. This is the first time in that he's on executive one now. It was Marine one when you're president. It was Air Force one when you're president. But such a dramatic change. And from a historical standpoint, you see the wave here. It's just a remarkable picture. The helicopter on the other side of the Capitol, where we are. You have to go back to Jefferson, Madison, Monroe. You have to go that far back in the history books to have 3 consecutive elected 2-term presidencies. Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama. We now begin the presidency of Donald Trump in a new political era here in Washington. I was about to call it a new Republican era as we watch the helicopter. What a majestic shot. When George W. Bush left, they went by the White House and did a pass-by. I don't know if they're going to do that this time. When the helicopter went up, it did one last pass by the White House. We'll see if it happens here.
Looks like it is. I'm about to do a little final tour for the president and the First Lady, the former president and First Lady, a little tour of Washington. Maybe they'll go around the White House one last time before they head out to Joint Base Andrews. Get on a much bigger plane, obviously, and fly out to California. This is a moment that they knew it was going to happen, but Jake, once it happens, reality sets in very quickly.
It's just when you think about how meticulously choreographed this day is, and what it is supposed to, the message it is supposed to be saying to the American people. When you have the new president, vice president, and the first and second ladies there standing on the other side of the Capitol, waving to the outgoing president and first lady. That's not a moment that just organically happened. That's choreographed. And the message that all 6 of those individuals are trying to say to the American people is, we're friends, we're Americans, everything's going to be okay. This is a departure from what you're used to, but everything's going to be fine. Now, whatever your politics and however you feel, that is what they were trying to say with that message, with that moment, and it was a moving moment.
Something we shouldn't take for granted. We're seeing a military helicopter taking a president off after a peaceful transition. No tanks in the streets, no military coup. This is what Founding Fathers set out to do 3 centuries ago, and it's still happening, and we really shouldn't take that for granted.
You've got to give President Obama a lot of credit, because right after the election, he wanted to have that gracious, peaceful transfer. He made it happen. He made it work, and the new president, President Trump, I'm sure is very grateful to him, John, for that.
And the next time we see this helicopter will likely be either leaving or coming to the White House with President Trump aboard it. At the moment, you can see it. It flew over the Capitol and is right now doing a loop around the Washington Monument and back over, so the president, the former president, the former First Lady, we're going to have to get used to that, can look out one last time at the White House complex as they fly by. And now they will go out just outside of D.C. to Joint Base Andrews in Maryland, just outside of D.C. Passing over, the crowds gathered here for the Trump inaugural.
They're leaving Washington, head over the Potomac a little bit, then head out towards Joint Base Andrews, which is in suburban Maryland. The next thing on the agenda, Jake, for the president and the First Lady, a luncheon, Statuary Hall. There'll be a little signing ceremony first, but then they go to a luncheon before they head back on this parade route that will take them back to the White House.
This has been a tradition for several decades now. It's a tradition. It's a welcoming of the new executive branch by the legislative